Tes tos tes tos tes tos. Eh, tes tos tes tos tes tos. Balik lagi di Markas Kusuma. Kita main Genshin ya, yang kita mainkan sekali dalam satu kali update. Nah, aku mau send Archon quest nih, ini dia quest Archon nih. Ayo, kok rasa suara nih, rasain dulu kali. Nah,
Yep, there's the room, and it's empty and waiting for us as promised. Navia is such a good person. Now that the serial disappearances case has been solved, no one's going to come after us for anything. Even without Silver standing guard, we can just completely relax. Why don't we stay and rest up here for a while? Even machines in Fontaine need to stop and recharge now and then.
kalau mau
Come
santai,
on, this place isn't that bad. Besides, how often do we get to stay in an actual base? Oh, fine. Remember that detective story Paimon read before? Well, the author is about to release a new book, so Paimon wanted to buy it as soon as it came out and have a quiet place to read it. Then it's agreed. Come on, let's get some sleep. We'll need to be up first thing in the morning to get in line and buy a copy. Paimon didn't expect that style at all.
Masa
Even
kita
though it's a
diem di sini
detective
aja?
novel, it's also like a social documentary. No, Paimon just spends a bit more time sleeping than you, that's all.
Excuse me,
Sadora.
but do you know if the Traveler and Paimon are lodging here?
Huh? Who are you? Paimon doesn't recall seeing you before.
A blonde traveler and a chatty little fairy. Looks like I found the place.
Cerewet.
Good thing I asked the Spina di Rosula. Seems they sent me the...
Hey, what do you mean by chatty? Paimon's always careful not to talk too much.
It's an honor to meet you
memang
both. I was sent
banyak
from the
omong sih.
Palais Mermonia. Monsieur Nourillet wishes to see you. It seems he has something important to discuss in...
Nivelette? He wants to see us again already? Huh. We talked so much.
I am not privy to the details. It would be best if you came to the Palais...
Ayo nih,
If you say so, but...
Bang,
Now
diam
that
di
I've delivered the
bawah-bawah.
message, I'll take my leave.
Thanks! We haven't left the room for a few days, so we'll head over once we...
Si badan. Cara dengan Nuvillet. Baru pertama kali masuk sini aku. Tahu deh. Ambil. Pasti selalu ada. Oh, ini misi. Hello Nufilet. Lama tak berjumpa.
We're here! Did you want to see us about something? Huh? Why were you just...
Yes, I did send someone to fetch you. But as for what I'd like to discuss next, well, I still have some reservations.
Given that we've already made the trip here, you should just tell us. Bet you need us to help you with...
I do indeed have something I'd like to ask you to do. However, you should wait until after I tell you the details, then decide for yourselves whether you'd like to help or not. The situation is this. It has come to my attention that the Snezhnayan harbinger known as the Knave wants a diplomatic meeting with you, correct? I heard that she was originally from Fontaine, but for her to suddenly arrive here and abruptly request such a meeting like this, I sincerely advise you to refuse her invitation outright.
Furina.
I'm sure you're aware that her purpose is most likely related to Child's recent predicament. We convicted one of the Snezhnayan harbingers in a court of law, but we have yet to provide any form of detailed report on the matter. This does indeed provide an opportunity for Snezhnaya to put pressure on us. I believe we should adopt an evasive stance until we can provide a proper explanation and have a preliminary plan on how to deal with the matter.
No, we shouldn't. I think we should agree to the meeting.
Oh?
Well, you see, we are the ones that owe an explanation. If we keep putting off the meeting, it could easily result in the problem escalating. Right? It's like a fight between two friends. If they don't agree to see each other and talk in person, isn't it possible that the friendship could end entirely?
Though diplomatic relations between Fontaine and Snezhnaya could be considered as friendly, it is only superficially so. You wouldn't go so far as to say that our nations are friends, as you did in your example.
It was just an analogy. And
Moreover, even if we were to talk in person, if we don't have sufficient information prepared, it is quite possible the result wouldn't be restored relations, but a complete falling out.
I don't think we should overthink those possibilities yet. Ahem. Even if the logic of the divine is not immediately apparent, its wisdom will only be revealed with time. Besides, you'll be at the meeting. If any problems do pop up, you'll have no problem navigating them.
I must clarify that interacting and communicating with people outside of court is not my cup of tea. It seems you think too much of me. But more importantly, when did I agree to join the meeting with you?
Betul juga tuh.
You mean you won't come? No, that won't do. I can't go to the meeting alone. You have to accompany
Takut
me.
dia,
I
panik.
must take you with me.
Lady Farina, could there be something else regarding this matter that is being kept from me?
No, not at all. Look, I am the Hydro Archon
Ampun,
of
Dewa.
Fontaine, Thosalor, the god of justice who is loved and adored by many. So I only hope that justice will be served in this matter. Don't overthink it. I'll go find someone to arrange the meeting.
Tapi menarik juga sih Furina. Tapi sayangnya aku mungkin
Though
gak
it
akan
could
dapat.
officially be considered a diplomatic conference, I prefer to see our meeting today as an ordinary tea party.
Oh ini dia.
I assume you see
Oh,
it the same
fire.
way, Miss Farina? Lady Farina?
Yes, that's right. Just like you said, a tea party. I should thank you for providing the pastries. They look delectable. To make this tea party even more lively, I've invited someone else to join us today.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Monsieur Neuvillette. I was born in Fontaine, so naturally, there's no need to introduce the nation's revered Eudex to me.
Hello. The pleasure is also mine.
First, I would like to thank the two of you. I'm often away on business outside of Fontaine, and I'm told that the children of the House of the Hearth have been well taken care of by you. Oh, I'm not referring to when my children, Linny and Lynette, were falsely accused by you. Please don't misunderstand. The children of the House of the Hearth are often misunderstood. Perhaps due to the reputation of the Fatui. There's no getting around that. All I meant to say is that Fontaine has been stable in recent years. The people are well off and the children lead happy, fulfilled lives.
Iya, padahal nggak ada
That
masalah.
is something truly worth cherishing, and no one wishes to disrupt such peace.
Now then, you have come regarding the matter of child, correct?
Well, yes. It appears the ever-busy Udex Neuvillette doesn't wish to waste time with diplomatic pleasantries, and hopes that we can get straight to the point of our talk. Yes, as you surmised, understanding child's situation is indeed one of the goals of this trip. As we are both diplomats from Snezhnaya as well as Fatui harbingers, Child and I have always been colleagues. Were anything to happen in Fontaine, each of us would serve as the other's attorney to resolve the issue. So now, in my capacity as his attorney, I request that Child be turned over to Snezhnaya. We have a responsibility to cooperate with Fontaine and resolve what has happened to him together.
The rules governing attorneys only apply before a trial has concluded. Since a verdict has already been rendered, we see the case as settled. I apologize for being unable to grant your request.
An outright refusal. Very well. I respect all the rules of Fontaine's courts, just as I respect you as Chief Justice. Okay, why don't we back up a step? You don't need to transfer Child to us. I only request to enter the fortress of Meripede to see Child and It's not like you couldn't even manage to fulfill a simple request like that. Right, Miss Farina?
About that.
The fortress of Meripede has always been completely autonomous. Even we have no authority to interfere there, and diplomatic issues do not suffice as an excuse. However, if you absolutely must confirm the situation of the Harbinger, I have a proposal.
Waduh.
The knave showed up already? Well, Lenny did say we didn't even know that Lenny was from the House of the Hearth at the time, so we kinda overlooked that information.
Yes, thank you for your kind advice. I'm well aware of the situation. I also noticed that Lady Farina acts a little odd and unnatural whenever I bring up matters related to the knave.
Could the knave be threatening Lady Farina or something?
If that were the case, then why wouldn't Lady Farina inform me? And what means could the knave possibly have to twist the arm of an
Kalau
Archon?
Archon kayak gitu mah susah aja kali.
So maybe that's not very likely. Even though Farina can act a little weird at times, she's still an Archon.
In reality, this problem is even more thorny than it appears. According to reports from the fortress of
Kok bisa
Meripede,
hilang?
Child recently disappeared under mysterious circumstances. The details are still unclear. We cannot rule out an escape, but there have also been no reports of him outside of the fortress of Meripede. Special guards oversee the fortress, and its internal systems are extensive. Combined with the special characteristics of the surrounding terrain, an escape should not be possible. I suspect that there's something else behind Child. I was only willing to share this information with you because you are friends of Child, and it is my duty to see justice done.
So this is what you wanted to see us about before.
Yes. I would like you to go to the fortress of Meripede and investigate Child's disappearance. This was my proposal during our meeting with the knave. Rather than allowing her to intervene, I offered to send someone to find out about Child's situation and report. The knave did not seem satisfied by my proposal, but she still agreed to go along with it for the time being.
nggak apa-apa.
Her
santai
words
lah.
were, "We will talk more once we have that report."
So that means we bought ourselves some time.
Firstly, you're already acquainted with Child. Your eyes may discern relevant details there that others would miss. And secondly, is the consideration of the unique nature of the fortress of Meripede.
Isn't it just Fontaine's prison?
I would not define it so crudely.
Oh,
The fortress of Meripede is not affiliated with the court system of Fontaine on paper. It has always existed as an autonomous entity. Early in Fontaine's history, criminals were punished with exile, not imprisonment. Even today, sentences against convicted criminals still include exile, just as before.
Tumben Genshin ya, kan lagi
The
update
fortress
baru.
of Meripede may
Dia
seem like a
kepingin
prison, but it should in fact be
story.
regarded as a gathering place for exiles. All we do is dispatch guards to keep watch and help maintain security, but we have no right to get involved with any other matters. Although I do have a personal relationship with the administrator there, neither myself nor the courts have the right to be directly involved with the investigation, no matter how serious the grounds.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. That's why you need us to conduct our own investigation
Wah,
as a third
Genshin,
party, right?
halo Laksmi.
Correct. I will arrange false charges against you so that you may secretly investigate inside the fortress during your detention. So, are you two willing to accept my proposal?
Yeah, no matter how you look at
Ya,
it, it
nggak
seems
mau
we're
mau
the
lah,
best
kita
choice.
harus membantu.
Alright, we
Oleh.
hereby accept this difficult task.
Suruh oleh cerita.
Reluctantly.
You two have my sincere thanks. This matter is of critical importance to Fontaine's current situation. We will rendezvous at the Fortress of Meripede's entrance on Erinius once you've prepared yourselves.
Prepared ourselves? Is there something we need to prepare?
Perhaps you could enjoy a good meal and have a nice bath. I'm afraid that living...
Oh, right! Even though we'll be there on trumped-up charges, we'll
Oh
be
iya, kita
in
masuk dengan
prison
tuduhan
for
palsu.
real. On second thought, is it too late to back out?
Please do not worry. Since you are sacrificing both your time and quality of life for the sake of delivering this report, you will be compensated according to the highest standards permitted to legal...
Now that's more like it. Come on, traveler,
Bron,
let's go
apa
eat the
Bron?
best meal we can find. We'll eat so much that we won't need to eat another meal for a whole month. You're a treat.
Are you leaving now? In that case, please take this cake as a token of my personal gratitude.
Nah, itu kan dari Knafi. Yang dikasih ke aku. Kalau menurutku Paimon adalah karakter yang suka menghina dan membantah bang. Enggak lah, Paimon tuh gak suka menghina. Cuma dia cerewet aja. Dia cerewet aja, bukan menghina dia. Apa sih ya. Ah. Mana lagi nih? Oh, maem dulu. Bang, aku lagi makan siomay. Enak kali makan siomay. Aku pingin dong.
Ooh, and
Pingin
no
makan
vodka,
siomay nih.
thank you.
Banyak amat
That
sana.
cake was pretty good. But as soon
Gak
as
cerewet,
Paimon
banyak
remembered that we're
makan,
about to go to
dan tidak
prison,
membantu
Paimon's
dalam
stomach
bertarung.
suddenly became completely
Paimon.
empty.
Bang, telat 14 menit
Now
nggak
that
ngaruh
Paimon
kan?
thinks
Aduh,
about it,
telat 30
we've
menit
always
juga
been
nggak ngaruh,
super
Bang.
careful
Santai
ever
kali.
since we arrived in Fontaine, just to avoid breaking any strange laws here. But here we are, about to willingly send ourselves off to the
Kayaknya
fortress of
disuruh takdir.
Meripede.
Memang
Maybe
kita
this is
tuh
what
harus
they
jadi
call
gini, harus jadi penjahat di setiap region.
Let's just try our best to investigate everything quickly.
Siapa nih si Charlotte?
Oh, what is that I hear? Is it the taste of a breaking story?
Hey, you can't hear a taste.
Oh, don't remind me. I invited an eyewitness to a case to eat here, and I was planning to get some great material out of him. But he didn't even show up. Calm down, calm down. This is nothing new. As a journalist,
Waifu
you should
nih,
be used to
Charlotte
this by
nih.
now. And as long as
Rata-rata teman cewek yang suka
you know we
wibu,
can
yang
still
suka
hear
wibu
you,
Genshin pada
Charlotte.
gendut semua. Bang, rata-rata teman cewek yang suka.
Never mind.
Masa sih?
It's nothing.
Bagus tuh
I
16
just
menit.
heard you
Nah,
mention
kamu
the
memang
fortress of
harusnya
Meripede.
nggak
You
telat
didn't
ya.
commit a crime,
Jangan
did
telat.
you? Please tell me all about it.
Masa sih? Nggak boleh fisik gitu dong.
We're just going there to,
Nggak boleh lah. Nggak ada hubungannya.
Oh no, Paimon almost forgot that Neverlet told us to keep it a secret.
Huh? You're being arrested for that?
Iya, jangan dengan budi semi. Iya.
case, it's nothing particularly newsworthy after all. Oh, how disappointing.
Aduh,
Right,
Charlotte.
there's still a chance. Since you're going to be at the Fortress of Maripede, would you be willing to help me gather some material for...
About that.
Oh, it's nothing difficult. All you have to do is think of a way to get some time face-to-face with the warden of the fortress. He was awarded the honorary title of Duke in Fontaine. Sounds really cool, huh? Only those who have made significant contributions to the nation have been conferred this title. It's on top of that, the Fortress of Maripede has never been under the jurisdiction of the courts.
Tahu tentang orang
Practically
nomor satu
nobody,
sana.
including journalists like me, knows anything about the person in
biru
charge
ya,
there.
biru.
Oh, if I could write an exclusive...
You make it sound easy.
Of course, I wouldn't ask you to do it for free. So this meal is on me.
Alah, cuma cair makan.
Got a deal. We'll do anything you want.
Then
Hidup
it's
kita
settled.
dipertaruhkan
Food should be here
cuma
any
karena
second, right?
cuma dikasih takdir makan.
Wait, just how much did you order?
Hi,
Yuk. Halo Charlotte, dadah.
Well, guess we have nothing to regret now, so let's get going.
Kita
Wait.
masuk Fortress of Maripot. Dari sini, kan ke sana ya? Ternyata yang suka ibu pada bawa bawang, enggak juga. Enggak juga, temanku ibu kok, tapi dia nggak bawa bawang, kaya lagi dia. Sering traktir aku. Kenapa Oreo dingin lebih enak? Enggak juga. Aku malah suka yang nggak dingin. Kemana sih? Oh, itu dia. Ah, bohong. Enggak, aku lebih suka yang nggak dingin. Es jeruk baru aku suka dingin. Ini gila. Somai kalau nggak pakai kuah nasi padang enak nggak ya?
This where the
Somai, kok somai pakai kuah nasi
You've
padang?
come, just as promised. Yes, this is the one and only entrance to the Fortress of Maripede from Irenaeus. Careful, you may want to step back a bit.
Whoa.
Apa nih?
So
Oh,
you have to go down from here? Is the
Oh,
prison
yeah.
underwater?
Utilizing both the barrier of the water as well as the fear humans have of the depths, the Fortress of Maripede is naturally the perfect place to confine and guard
oh di sini,
criminals.
aku kira di sana.
But do not worry, it is not nearly as frightening inside as you may think. You will see for yourself.
Paimon hopes you're right.
Oh, and there's one
Merinding
more
disku.
thing. I
Apa
mentioned
merinding
that I
disku?
have had personal dealings with the administrator of the fortress, Wriothesley.
Right.
He's a very shrewd fellow.
Wiryu.
Yeah, we heard about him too.
Correct. He is the highest-ranking manager of the underwater prison. Even though you are going there to investigate at my behest, it would behoove you to avoid any confrontation with him or any of his subordinates. The Duke rarely ever leaves the Fortress of Maripede, but that does not mean he is not privy to all that is happening inside and outside the fortress. He is quiet, but not unaware. So please bear. All right.
Okay.
It's about all the time that we
Wah,
have to
bakso,
talk
coy.
privately. I'm counting on you two.
Kuah bakso lebih enak. Sama aja, sama-sama
Good.
aneh deh. Satu pakai kuah bakso, satu pakai kuah
I'm
nasi
here,
padang.
Monsieur Nervalet. These two are the newest convicts, I presume?
Like we would try.
Please follow me, you two. I'll process your...
Apa nih? Soalnya ke ini mungkin akan menempati sebagian peta pada quest berikutnya. Berikut ini tidak bisa melanjutkan. Komedi yang belum selesai. Yakin ingin melanjutkan quest ini, belum bisa melanjutkan dalam menu quest. Komedi yang belum selesai. What the fuck? Coba tunda. Tuh, komedi yang belum selesai. Yang mana itu komedi yang belum selesai itu? Apa bahasa Inggrisnya ya? Komedi yang belum selesai. Ini apa? Percepatan bencana alam. Ini percepatan bencana alam. Mana nih? Waduh. Kayaknya di game ini berperan penting si Paimon lah. Dia cuma penyambung lidah traveler. Penyambung. Kalau nggak ada Paimon kan traveler. Apa ya? Mana dia? Surat prolog ketika otak dan oton. Padang rumput orang jahat menuju ke ganjilan dan masa lalu lah. Gimana sih? Itu misinya? Gimana ya? World quest. Saichi apa tuh? Chi. Royalty Yuanai. Pemberitahuan ini bukan mana sih yang dibilang komedi tentang apa ya? Apa itu namanya? Unfinished comedy. Gimana nih unfinished comedy?
Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. In this video I will show you the world quest unfinished comedy just for Meropid, and you can watch my other guide on how to reach this place. And what?
Oh, kesana, gila juga. How to get
Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. In this video I will show you how to go to the Meropid jail. As you know, now there are two ways to get this something unknown. You just go inside the light. You will just press the Now you will request the current quest first. So Game of the Rich. Now here we go, guys. Congratulations, Fortress of Merope. You're inside it. Now you will not see any of the teleport waypoint under it. I will show you how to unlock it. Now first of all, you can see all these zones of it. Really big place. It's a bit complicated, but just go around for a few times and where you are. This is the first way. Now let me show.
Lanjut lah. Lanjut saja. Kata lift. Oh, ini lift.
Are we already underwater now? Huh. So this is what it feels like to be a criminal in Fontaine.
You two seem to be taking this pretty well. It's rare to see convicts in such a good mood.
Ya karena kita bohong. Jahat bohong. Jalan dulu boleh kali.
Monsieur Nervalet personally requested I escort these two convicts.
Well now, aren't you the lucky one?
Aku sih
Must be nice to be on good terms with...
Well, have you tried service with a smile? Who knows?
Yeah, right. As if. Every criminal comes through here looking miserable. Even if I did smile at them, the convicts would probably just think that I'm some
Oh, she's...
Well,
Oh.
I've finished transferring you. You two will register here, and Marette will guide you through the remaining.
Ya.
Yep. Okay, let me see. You are the traveler...
That would be
Jadi,
us!
Let me confirm your charges and sentence. Eating a cake specially prepared for the Archon by a Snezhnayan envoy without the Archon's permission, thereby incapacitating the political center of Fontaine for a brief period. Sentence...
Huh?
oh.
You mean the cake that Nervalet gave us was...
Just looking at the charges, it seems you two are capable. And considering how fond
harus
Lady
kesini lagi,
Farina is
cuma
of
makan kue, anjir.
sweets, this crime is tantamount to trying to assassinate the Hydro Archon herself.
Aduh, aku jadi
Now
malu.
I've seen everything. Anyway, please stand in front of the board of...
Oh, all right. But be sure to catch Paimon.
Nanti kan. Bisa nggak melayang-melayang itu?
And we're done. Thank you for your cooperation. Next, someone will...
Huh? Rebirth?
You two are the new inmates, right?
Oh, okay.
Save it. Not like I'll remember you.
Bos, naik kapal lagi, naik kapal. Gila. Wih. Bagus malah isi gini, isi
So, are
pemandangan.
you one of the guards here? Did Paimon already ask?
Why should I tell you anything? What's in it for me? This is exactly why I can't stand you fish. I wouldn't even be doing this if it weren't for the credit coupons.
Bang, apa? Kenapa,
Credit
Laksmi?
coupons?
Alright, seeing as you're not the annoying kind that's getting dragged in here crying and blubbering, I guess I can tell you a few things. Mora means nothing here. Here, we use credit. Coupons can get you almost anything in the Fortress of Meripede. Desire?
So, credit coupons are a currency that can only be...
It's not as simple as that. Like Moret said, no matter how much money or power you had before, it means nothing once you set foot inside the Fortress of Meripede. Everyone starts from the same place. And you have a chance at a new... I guess that's the real purpose of the coupons. They symbolize true fairness and true justice. And this is also exactly why so many criminals choose not to return to the outside world, even after they've served their sentence.
Tiba.
Oh, so that's what the
Emot.
Fortress of Meripede is like. Huh.
It certainly ain't all sunshine and roses here, but it's also not the worst place to be. You'd better take a good look at the scenery. After being away from the sunlight for so long, even the terrifying depths of the sea start to feel like home. Oh, I'm actually an inmate like you two.
Bukan? Tahanan itu.
Welcoming newcomers is a job I've picked up to earn some extra coupons.
Mau ngomong dia.
Why aren't you answering us again?
I've told you enough for free.
So all you care about is Mora! Wait,
Almost there. It's down through here. Your turn to give it a try.
Jingica robot. Sini kan?
so we're going even deeper now? Just how deep down are we?
It's like a metaphor for your previous life, isn't it?
Our lives weren't that bad.
Oke.
So this is the actual entrance to the Huh. It looks like there are other new arrivals too. Oh, they sure don't look happy. Oh, right.
Gini
We're on someone else's territory now.
kalah ini. Kalah
We need to think of a
50-50.
good way to act like criminals to get by.
Kalau red off.
If we're discovered, even Neuvillette might not be able to rescue us. Hey! Don't scare Paimon!
Look, I don't really know you, and I have no idea what kind of crime you committed, but...
Someone important?
Now's not the time to worry about that. Anyway, it's over there, so... You just go on over there by yourselves.
What was that all about? Wait a second. Are there usually so many Gardermechs around here? They're already onto us?
Prisoners numbers 7459 and 7560. Welcome. Oh, no need to be anxious. These Gardermechs aren't here to attack you. In fact, they're here as your honor guard. When I heard that you were friends of Monsieur Neuvillette, I had the Gardermechs come and wait in formation.
Wait! You know about our connection with Neuvillette?
The seafloor isn't as cut off from the world as you might imagine. However, I'm afraid that I know nothing more than that you are friends of the Udeks. And as you can see, committing a crime means being sentenced here, even if you're friends with the Chief Justice. Quite fair.
The Duke! Greetings, Your Grace. Lovely weather today.
Oh, greetings, my good fellow. Well, I'm willing to imagine that the weather is as good outside the sea as you say it is. How great it would have been if only the fortress of Meripede had been built on the coast, huh? It would have been so convenient to enjoy a nice chat in the sunshine.
My profuse apologies. I just got so nervous when I saw you.
So this is the Duke. He sure looks a lot younger than Paimon imagined.
Ngapain? Nggak ngapain.
The traveler
Mau
in
ngapain?
Paimon, correct? Mr. Deacon here was responsible for your welcome. I see. In that case, I regret to announce that Deacon here has just missed the best opportunity in his prison career to be promoted.
Deacon goblok, mampus lu.
I admit that I was only thinking about the coupons.
Makanya
I'm
Gerama
sorry
lagi
to have disappointed
goblok.
you, Your Grace. I once hoped for a chance to do some higher level work. I had no idea you two were big shots who were worthy of speaking with His Grace.
Plenty of time ahead, Deacon. There'll be more opportunities. Well, I believe that concludes the introductions. We've already taken enough time here. Deacon, if you would.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take my leave now.
Mampus lu Dakin.
Please, follow me. To make you feel more welcome, I'll show you around the various facilities of the Fortress of Meripede. I hope it'll help you adjust to life here.
He's going to personally give us a cure? No wonder
Denied,
Charlotte's so interested in him. He's one of those mysterious types.
Ooh.
There's no need to be so reserved. The label of criminal is nothing but one of many identities. And being criminally inclined here at the fortress is just one of many ways to survive.
Is it really okay for the warden to think like that? We're real criminals, you know. What if we're too difficult to handle?
Well, then maybe you'll be able to carve out a name and a place for yourselves in this underwater world, But before you go in swinging, please remember that in the Fortress of Meripede, it's better to not cause trouble for yourself or for the guards. Now, we've arrived at a very important place, the Coupon Cafeteria.
Welfare meal? You mean it doesn't cost anything?
That's right. Criminals are essential to fortress operations, so we must guarantee that they at least have the basic means to
Jadi
survive.
budak di sini.
But that's not how it was. Back in the day, it cost your reward coupons just to get a couple wok for fish like you who just arrived with nothing. You'd have to go to work hungry until you earned enough coupons to eat. It was only after His Grace became the administrator that we got the free meal. Now everyone gets a square meal every day, Even no good slackers who've never picked up a...
In the Fortress of Meripede, credit coupons are the only currency, and everything must be purchased. In some sense, you could say using the coupon, but trade is always conducted by people. So if we want trade here to prosper, we need everyone to work hard and live their lives. If nobody could even afford a meal, then the whole fortress would be up in arms. And that would only make things more difficult for me. So, rather than saying that we're giving everyone a free meal here, you should say that everyone's hard work has improved the living conditions in the Fortress of Meripede.
Yes, kerja keras.
Your Grace's reasoning is correct, but what I said is also true. Whatever the case, hard work is rewarded here. You'd be hard-pressed to find anywhere...
Right! Paimon sees your point. Oh, wait, no. We shouldn't drop our guard so quickly. But it seems the inmates really respect...
Let's continue this way.
Ganteng juga biru. Mana beliau? Bisa nggak aku panjat? Out. Manjat, manjat. Jangan jatuh, please. Oke. Endut.
This place is known as the Pancration Ring. Sometimes we have criminals who have more energy than they know what to do with. Their daily work alone isn't enough of an outlet for them. So, instead of leaving them to their own devices, we've provided them with this dedicated
tanya yang Mbak.
This way, nobody will get involved.
Pancration matches? And you can earn extra coupons? Oh, what do you think, traveler? Interested?
But I must warn you that your sentence will be extended if you fail to restrain yourself and end up seriously injuring or killing your opponent.
So, did you set this place up too?
No, actually. I just granted approval for the organizer to use this area to build the ring, and I collect. Of course, the fees are also quite useful.
Oh, do you mind if...
Sure. Ensuring personal safety, maintaining the arena, and resolving any conflicts that arise. Why? Are you interested in how to manage a pancreas?
Oh, no. Paimon was just wondering if that's how you paid for everyone's welfare meals.
A reasonable guess. I see you have a talent for entrepreneurship.
Oh, you hear that? Paimon has a talent! So we can start a business here?
Sombong.
That is something you can discuss between yourselves later. Let's move on for now.
Squee living. Atas. Mana lewat ke atas? Lewat ke atas manualnya gimana? Tuh. Teteretet. Apa sih? Laksmi, goblok.
Your Grace. Good morning. I mean, good afternoon.
Takut semua
what
sih.
time is it
Ini
again?
santai orang.
What time indeed? Time waits for no one, so it's best to keep an eye on.
My...
Jeez, that guy's so nervous he almost forgot to breathe.
Lagu yang kayak di mall-mall. Ya juga ya.
Sorry. Forgive my manners.
These are the dormitories, which is where inmates sleep. The guards will inform you where you're. In the fortress of Maripede, criminals usually spend.
The production zone? What does it produce? Is that where we'll be working?
Not necessarily. Though working in the production zone is the most reliable way to earn credit coupons, if you have.
Wow. Wait, you're the manager of this place, and you're just telling us to our faces that it's okay to skip work?
The fact that the fortress of Maripede has continued operating completely autonomously is proof enough that most people are willing to work honestly and earn a stable income. As for what we produce, many of the clockwork machines seen all over Fontaine originate. Therefore, the Fortress of Maripede is not only a place where criminals serve their sentences, but also a giant machine factory. There's no need for me to get into specifics about the production process now. You'll experience it all firsthand when you report for work tomorrow. Let's move on. The tour continues over this way.
Itu Lini.
You really scared me there. I didn't expect to see you here, Your Grace.
The only thing you should be seeing is the work in front of you. Stay focused and keep up the pace. Oh? Is something the matter?
It's nothing. Paimon's just...
Itu di bawah sekarang. Mungkin ke bawah. Bang, maaf tadi nggak komen karena aku nyimak sambil makan. Bang, maaf, santai aja. Makan dah. Nyimaknya dah paling bagus. Siapa namanya?
Your Grace?
Si
What are you doing in the
Win.
infirmary at a time like this? Oh no, you didn't injure yourself, did you?
Not yet, unfortunately for you. But thank you for your concern, Siegewin.
Siegewin.
Then you must be here for those two.
Allow me to introduce you. This is the infirmary, and Siegewin here is the Fortress of Maripede's head nurse.
Hello, new faces. They call me the head nurse, but I actually handle all the nurse-related work all by...
Since you seem to have some rare downtime with no patients, perhaps you could find the time to join us for dinner.
Tadi aku udah makan, jadi ini dah siap makan.
Then these two must be some
dah
important
siap makan aku.
convicts. Sure,
Jadi ini
I'll
dah
join the
siap
welcome
makan
party.
aku. Oh, ya apalah itu ya.
Thank you. Your presence will be the pièce de résistance for today's
Kenapa tadi?
tour.
Kenapa tadi, Bang?
So the tour part is over now?
I believe I've already covered the primary aspects of life here in the fortress. As for your work, there'll be someone else to guide you through the detail. I seldom conduct tours, so why don't...
Well, this is our first time
Selesai
here.
makan sudah. Oh, iya
Not
iya.
sure what to ask.
Then let's head back to the coupon cafeteria. Maybe a meal will help you think up some questions.
You should at least try to be excited.
Ini apa nih? Acara bisa ke bawah lagi. Kenapa nggak didampingin abangnya? Siapa
What do you
tuh
think of
yang
the food?
mendampingi?
Does it meet your expectations? Wow, it looks delicious! Never made it sound like living conditions in the Fortress of Maripede wasn't very good.
Nggak tahu duit.
Isn't that the meal box that only super lucky people manage to draw? See?
It actually has nothing to do with luck in this case. I had a word with Walsey, so you didn't have to draw lots like everyone.
Oh, you mean the meals are random? Yes, what you get to eat depends completely on your luck. You could say that it's a distasteful little game that Chef Walsey likes to play here in the cafe. Paimon knew it! If criminals got to eat tasty food like this every meal, the crime rate in Fontaine would skyrocket for sure.
Kakak
Excuse
siapa?
me, did I hear you mention Nervulette just now? I've been wondering how he's doing. Is he busy with work? Has he been taking care of his health? He seems healthy no matter how you look at him. But he works so hard all the time, so it must be really tiring.
Sounds like he hasn't changed a bit. Looks like you can stop worrying so much, Sijween.
Oh, that's good. But I still feel like it's been too long since I've heard any news about him.
No news is good news. Maybe next time I've got something to discuss with him, I can invite you to accompany us.
But isn't the Fortress of Meropide independent from Fontaine's court system? What do you two have to discuss?
Well, we provide all kinds of mechanical products for official use, and some essential goods have to be obtained from the overworld, so we naturally have to stay in touch about this. Monsieur Nervulette's character is unimpeachable. No matter the question, you can discuss it openly and freely with him. Talking with him feels quite effortless.
Mirip,
In
jadi
light
aku
of
pikir
that,
itu kakaknya,
I am
makanya aku
quite
salah.
willing to go out of my way to show respect
Mirip
and
doang ya.
accommodate him. In fact, right now, I'm treating you two as guests invited by Monsieur
Tanya lama
Nervulette.
dia tuh,
But unfortunately,
tuh.
I can only do so until the end of this meal. After this, you two will just be inmates here. You're very welcome. Well, your new life awaits.
Naiknya gimana caranya naiknya? Oh, ini. Oh, lewat ini. Apaan? Gua ada work soalnya. Ada work apa tuh? Ada work apa tuh? Siap nih.
The Traveler and Paimon, right? Listen up. There's a new inmate. Your bunks are right over there. Follow me.
Bang, besok live apa? Apa ya? Apa ya? Nggak tahu juga sih. Lihat besok deh. Tapi kalau live ya.
So this is where we'll be sleeping from now on. Oh, Paimon can't believe this. By the way, Traveler, we saw a lot, even though the Duke didn't say it too directly. Judging from what he said, we are criminals, and Paimon did eat that cake. But we're actually here to help. Is it possible that he knows we're here on a mission? Yeah, Paimon thinks so too. He probably knew why we... Maybe something like, hey, I have my eyes on you, so don't try anything funny. Yeah, you're right. It's not like we can go back to Nervulette empty-handed and say, the dude looks scary, so we gave up.
Hah? Karakternya berganti waktu bicara. Ya, kan emang harus pakai karakter ini.
The Duke said that he was willing to go out of his way to show respect for Nervulette, so we at least need to try. But, you mean...
Iya memang, kan memang harusnya ini.
Yeah, that's what Paimon was thinking too. Fortunately, based on his attitude, it looks like the Duke sees we worked so hard to help clear Linny and Lynette's names, and yet we turn around and bam, he's in prison anyway. Oh right, Linny and Lynette are from the House of the Hearth. They work for the Knaves, so they could be here to investigate too. Huh? Oh, it's it looks like a magician's prop. Lenny, it was nice to bump into you again. Let's catch up in the What in the world? It's written like he's greeting a buddy on the street. Paimon thought he'd write something up. If you say so, we can...
Nah, yuk dah. Bangun, bangun, bangun. Wih.
Hey, you're finally awake! Well, it's Paimon's first day as a prisoner. Last night, Paimon dreamed about getting interrogated by the guards until Paimon told them, Hey, come on! It's just a dream, okay? Paimon wouldn't really squeal.
Hey, lazy bones. What are you still doing here?
Brengsek banget.
You don't want to starve, then get yourselves over to the...
Sorry!
Dan kasar, Bang. Mana cara ke bawah? Oh. Oh, ada lift ke atas, ada lift ke bawah. Memang mukanya sok asik, Bang, menurutku. Jewet lagi deh. Iya. Betul juga sih. Kocak dia, tapi kocak. Kiamon. Ini ruang produksi nih. Zona produksi.
Ah, you must be the...
Yep, we just arrived yesterday.
Don't interrupt me when I'm speaking.
Yes, sir.
Galak.
Listen carefully to my instructions. I don't want any mishaps. Working around these machines can be very dangerous. Anyway, the Fortress of Maripede doesn't want to lose a single one of it.
Got it.
Your job is to use the machine over there to process. Watch carefully, and make sure you step on the pedal at the right time. If the machine gets jammed, then give it a little maintenance. Here, take this. Bring me the process widgets, and I'll give you...
Okay.
Once the widget is hot enough to blow, jump to step on the pedal and hit the widget with the... So if the machine gets jammed, you just need to attack it to fix the problem.
Gimana sih? Kalau nggak baca. Oke, oh. Wih, jamming terus lu gak? Oke. Oh gitu. Aku belum tengok Genshin abangnya berantem sama bos. Iya sih. Biasa story doang ya. Juga nggak jago-jago amat berantem.
This one is tolerable. Alright, I'll pass you for now.
Even though Paimon, he probably just finished... Lenny? Mr. Magician?
Bonjour. Anggap saja hadiah dari taksi. Oke. Emang berguna ya?
He doesn't seem to be around here.
Naik ya?
Let's try looking somewhere else.
Abang fokus ke cerita beda dari yang lain tapi iya. Iya, aku suka ceritanya salah. Bertarung suka juga sih.
Where could he be? Did he decide to slack off and sleep?
Hey, over here.
Holy,
Oh, you scare so easily now?
you little...
Sorry.
Ngapain dia di sini?
Oh, Lynette! You're here too! You two really are inseparable.
That's right. My brother simply can't stand to be away from me.
It's not just Lynette. Fremine is also here. Do you still remember him?
Oh, you mean that diver from the House of the Hearth, right? Pyro, now hurry up and tell us. How did you end up as criminals this time? We fought so hard at court to prove you were innocent, but now it looks like our incredible court battle was for nothing!
Sadly, even the teeniest of things can land you in prison these days. I put together a street performance and used the pup.
And
Next, I invited several audience members to participate in the show.
My brother was charged with theft, and I was charged as his accomplice, having assisted him in his crime.
It really isn't that bad. The missing wallets are all in the leftmost drawer of the Maison Gardiennage's big...
Yep, we should be released then.
In terms of the magic trick itself, I think the performance went perfectly.
leave it to Lenny to magic himself into prison.
Indeed. Last time I hid my identity from you, I promised that I'd tell you absolutely everything if you were angry about it. No more secrets.
Paimon tuh penyambung lidah tuh.
So I don't plan on keeping anything from you this time either.
Traveler tuh, yang
At the
cewek.
moment, the House of the Hearth's interests don't conflict with yours at all. We were instructed by the father of our house, the Knave.
Told you so, see?
As for what we're investigating, perhaps you haven't heard. Some even say that the entire fortress exists just to protect it. The House of the Hearth has been investigating this for a very long time. But recently, all of our informants, including the ones that had infiltrated the guards, said we believe that this is a direct provocation, and it's the reason why we came here. Father has somehow managed to confirm that Focalors does not have Fontaine's gnosis.
Huh? How did she manage to learn information that important?
Father has her ways. Many of them are beyond our imagination, and we've never had the chance to see her at work. But we trust her conclusions.
It was this information that led us to suspect that Fontaine's gnosis might be in the fortress of Meripede and is related to that secret.
So it's all about the gnosis again.
Well, that's about it from our side. How about you two? Did Monsieur Nervulette send you here?
Bingo! The Knave has been applying a lot of pressure. She wants to know what happened to Child, so we came here to investigate. Traveler, are we allowed to tell them?
Udah telanjur juga mau gimana? Dasar ember.
You don't need to worry too much about that. She's just asking for a report on Master
Oh,
Child's
bus
predicament as a
simulator ya?
means of pressuring you.
Coba deh.
Father used this situation as a pretext to
Coba deh
negotiate
nanti
with
deh,
two
bus
high-ranking
simulator.
officials in the court of Fontaine. She actually just wants to be able to make concessions on this matter for gains elsewhere, almost like a bargaining chip.
Sometimes you need an excuse to do things you otherwise couldn't. And a harbinger is more valuable than you might imagine.
Of course, it's not a complete farce. If we do manage to find out what happened to Master Child too, then diplomatic relations with Fontaine could improve, and Snezhnaya might even be able to adjust its stance a bit.
Is it just Paimon? Or does it feel like we're the only ones who actually care about Child's situation? The relationship between the
Sudah aku
harbingers must
bilang.
be as bad as ever.
I wouldn't go that far. Father just has different standards than we do when it comes to what can be sacrificed for an advantage. By the way, I have a suggestion.
Bus simulator Indonesia
Why
yang
don't
mana?
we team
Ada ya?
up? Even though we have different objectives, we're both here to investigate the fortress of Meripede. It would be more efficient for us to work together. As you know, the House of the Hearth has many reasons to seek the Gnosis, but our highest priority remains resolving the prophesized crisis.
See, I told you.
Duh, apa kata gue tadi?
Is that so? Sure enough.
Lenny seems to be thinking pretty hard about something.
Of course he is. Lenny has been looking forward to a chance to reach an understanding with you ever since last we met. Or, I should say, we were really looking forward to teaming up with you this time.
Lynette, just tell them everything, why don't you?
It's okay to open up a little.
Oh, yang ini Lynette yang bocor, di sini Paimon yang bocor. Jadi.
Very prudent of you, and consistent with your behavior since we first met.
Ada ya?
That's
Masa ada
reasonable
ya?
enough,
Tidak aku
and
cari
I
deh
agreed
coba.
to cooperate on these terms as well. I was prepared for the worst, but you were actually more agreeable than I anticipated. All right, since Lynette and I arrived here, our investigation uncovered the fact that the fortress of Maripede has a forbidden zone. Most people just clammed up and wouldn't talk, but after asking the right questions, you should be aware of that while you're investigating.
A forbidden zone? Could that be where child?
Good. That's the most suspicious thing about the fortress that we know of so far. We have a few other unanswered questions, and we'll be investigating those as quickly as we can. Anyway, I hope you find our information useful at least.
Hancur dan
Look at the
meledak.
time. You two must be hungry. You should go to the coupon cafeteria and get something to eat.
Oh, that's just what Paimon wanted to hear.
Aduh, si makan nih.
Paimon's starving after all.
Langsung gasnya. Nah ini. Emang dibawa kemana? Kalau udah, nah nggak aku taruh di sini dah. Aku aktifkan. Coba aja nanti live itu dari Bali ke Jakarta itu 2 jam bisa itu. Coba ya, coba nanti aku lihat deh.
Water
Kalau
comes
gede
in
banget nggak
many
bisa
flavors
aku.
to the discerning palate.
Kalau saya gede banget.
Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it.
Tuh kan nggak bisa diambil. Ini dibawa kemana sih? Sini ya. Masa saya cuma 500 MB ya. Masa 500 MB segitu realistis? Gak mungkin lah.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Kok ke bawah? Bukan ke sini, Cok. My God. Masa realistis 500 CB kayaknya nggak mungkin deh.
Oh, he wasn't kidding. Today's meal is nowhere near as good. Forget about it. But life here does.
You think so, mate? If I had a coupon for every fish who said that. Seems you fishies still haven't learned your lessons from your life up on the surface. If you take things at face value, then by the time you reach a dead end... I like your attitude. I can let you in on a little something. Everyone's been telling you to just follow the rules and not cause any trouble for you. What they don't tell you is that the rules aren't exactly what they pretend to be. The truth is, this place has a lot of...
Huh?
Not everyone knows about those rules, but whether you know them...
Really? Oh, now you're really.
Of course. And I'd say that just disappearing...
Oh, You mean that if there really are hidden rules? In that case, would you tell us some hidden rules? We definitely want to avoid.
Come on, mate. This is...
Paimon understands, but...
Yeah, I know. Not like I'm going anywhere. Just come talk to me. Moreover, your new fish. Freshly caught. And completely out of your element. I'm usually around the rag and bone shop. Just call me V-Doc.
He left. Just like that. Huh. Do you think he's just trying... Yeah. It might be a good place to... But, like he said, we don't have any coupon. We were so busy talking...
Wali istirahat di mes. Makan istirahat, tidak ada progres cerita ini. Gratis kok, tapi nanti kata developernya mau berbayar karena nanti mau ditambah map Kalimantan dan size-nya 2 GB, tapi nanti tuh pas gitu. Oke. Baguslah kalau gratis.
So Paimon just confirmed with the guards that our shift is set for every morning, and we're free to do whatever we want all afternoon. But it seems like most of the other inmates choose to Oh, and they also said that you can use coupons to skip work in the morning, and they weren't kidding. Credit coupons really not even...
Wih, mimpi nih. Oh, kesini Cilde ya. Apa nih, ingatannya Cilde ya? Oke. Apa nih?
Are you awake, traveler? What's wrong? You seem to have something on your mind. Did you dream about something? Is that... Oh, child's vision! Maybe the vision connected child's consciousness to yours. And our So what did you see in the dream? Do you know where child went? Huh. Okay, what's more important now is that it's the start of another new day. What's the plan for today?
Ya kerja. Ya kerja. Ayo kerja.
Let's go. It's time to start.
Nanti abang mainnya kira-kira live kapan bang? Tanya aja kan kata abang nanti. Gak tahu juga kalau kapan ya.
Look who decided to show up. Get your butts in gear and get to work. Time's a wasting.
Banyak sih aku pengen main nanti pengen live gini.
Good, here you go.
Live bareng temen juga. Main game lain. Ya, gitulah. Tapi pasti main lah. Minecraft juga belum jadi tuh bangunan. Aduh, aku pengen jadiin secepatnya lah.
I'm on speed.
Hey there, fellow shift mates. I saw you finished.
Oh!
I've been working here for almost 15 years. Even the foreman.
Wow, you've...
If there's anything you'd like to know, just ask me. I know the work here in the...
Alright, Chief. We'll be sure to come to you for...
Did you just ask about... Pretty sharp for newcomers. You've already heard about the rules. Alright. Seeing as I'm the one who came over here, truth is, you two keep working like this, you might be putting yourselves in danger.
Huh? Wait, there's even a rule about that?
Well, it's usually not that easy to break one on accident. The conditions of the hidden rules are usually pretty specific. But if you work continuously in the production zone for 3 days, and if all you do besides eating and sleeping is just work, then something bad will happen during lunch on the 3rd day.
Oh.
Huh? Like what? Oh, don't scare Paimon!
If I knew that, then I wouldn't be standing here talking to you, now would I?
Iya, 1 Minecraft 2 Genshin 3 arah banyak lagi
Even
tuh.
you have never tried working 3 days like that before?
There's actually a legend about this rule. They say that there was a worker who worked way harder than me. He was both efficient and eager on the job. At one time, he tried to test his limits and worked as long as he could. Then during lunch on the 3rd day, he disappeared into thin air, as if he'd evaporated. Later...
What the? How could that happen?
4 game ya Bang mainkan, Bang. Iya. 4 game, nggak cuma 4 nih, banyak lagi. Banyak
Unfortunately,
ada
we
yang
were
pengen aku
assigned
main
different
nih.
production zones. I never saw for myself what he looked like.
Wait, are you thinking that it was...
Oh? You...
Tidak baik udah
Listen,
sama
kid, this ain't the kind of thing you should be curious about. Let me tell you, you're better...
Yeah, I agree with Chief here. Do you really...
Ada yang pingin ku main lah, adalah pokoknya nantilah tunggulah ya. Main klon Diki. Apa klon Diki?
What would you like to do this afternoon? Since we have...
Keliling cari petunjuk.
Oh, hello.
No need.
Sorry, I couldn't help but think of his. Well, it's hard to say. Maybe I am.
Wait.
Oh, I'm always indecisive and... What? Please, don't say anything.
Inside in the back room. Escape back room juga kalau update. Kok gepeng? Karena di press. Gepeng. Paling juga nih Archon quest.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Tujuan game kayaknya 7 atau berapa lah ya. Aku nggak terlalu mikirin. Yang penting main aja dulu.
Hey, it's the traveler and pop. No need to, just like his grace said.
Udah gitu aja, asu lu Daikin. Apa ini? Hijau. Masih diledekin. Boleh nggak masuk air sini? Di bawah? Oh, di sini. Nah, di sini. Oh. Nah, itu linet. Ini ngapain kesini? Ini linet aja.
Oh, wonderful. I was worried that you'd be busy trying to earn reward coupons all the time.
Paimon likes having more coupons. But have you also been investigating?
No, I was just slacking off, and you happened to catch me. My brother is still obsessed with anything remotely related to the Forbidden Zone. But knowing him, it won't be long before we get more leads. Oh, before I forget, this is for you.
Huh? Credit coupons?
I've been here longer than you. Coupons aren't a resource in particularly short supply. What is in short supply are interesting people to talk with.
Aw, that's so nice of you,
Iya,
Lynette.
baik,
We'll be
Lynette.
sure to make good use of these coupons then.
Dibayar untuk kerjasama. Ini. Tidur.
Oh, you... Okay, you should... Oh. Oh, Paimon doesn't want to get up. Paimon still feels completely exhausted from yesterday.
Kupon khusus dengan waktu mingguan. Saat bekerja dia ajukan kemudian untuk lanjut bekerja pada grafil. Oke. Kerja yuk.
Right, we just...
Look who decided to show up! Get your butts in gear and get to work. Time's a-wasting. Oh? What's with suddenly...
Sure. Let's just say we really want... Nice! We did well today. Let's keep it up!
Tumben kayak gitu deh.
Paimon's had it. Who
Emang
knew
kamu yang
that
buat Paimon?
processing these widgets would be so
doang.
tiring? That's it. Paimon doesn't even have the energy to talk anymore. Oh, Paimon's exhausted. Wait a sec. Now that Paimon thinks about it, oh, Paimon feels a shit, but it doesn't seem like anything's changed at all. And we made it to the coupon cafeteria. Are the so-called hidden rules only a rumor after all?
Penonton kecewa.
There's no use to just guessing all day. Paimon's stomach has been grumbling the whole... Paimon wonders what... Wait! What? What in the world is this? Is this stuff... meat? But it looks and
Ada yang
feels
salah sama
so
dagingnya.
bizarre.
Ay,
What do
daging
you
apa
think
nih?
is going on? Is this the bad thing that Rowan was talking about? No, stop right there. Paimon gets what you mean, just don't say it. Hey, isn't that Woolsey over there? He must have... Hey, Woolsey, have a moment?
What is it? I'm about to go report the numbers.
It's about the meat in our meals. Look, does it seem normal to...
The meat? Oh, that. Looks perfectly fine to me. Totally normal. You better hurry up and chow down.
How could this be fun? Hey, don't link! What should we do now? Woolsey wouldn't even give us the time of day. Yeah, looks like we have no other choice.
Oh.
What would you like to do this afternoon? Yeah.
Misteri nih. Bukan. Oh, itu di atas. Oke.
Rowan?
I was injured a bit just now.
Huh. Paimon wouldn't have thought someone as...
Shh. I just knew you.
Oh, you mean...
Yeah. The rumors say that there's never anybody in the infirmary in the
Huh. That's actually really strange.
Forget it. I can take care of a small sprain like this on my own anyway.
Ini selalu kosong setiap setengah jam sebelum makan siang. Tapi apa yang sedang dilakukan saat itu?
Hey, look! That suspicious guy peeking into the infirmary just now. He must have dropped this. The Melusine perceive the world very differently from humans. As a result, their sense of aesthetics and beauty is also very different. Whoa! This all sounds pretty serious. And as for the notebook,
Bagus salat duluan dengan oke. Salat yang khusyuk. Dunia cara berkelihatan. Oh, maluisme apa? Call. Wait. Langsung turun aja. Lah, gimana cara ke bawah? Teriak. Ini dia si Jiwin. Oh.
Abandoned property belongs to whoever finds it first.
Sijuin? Aren't you supposed... Hello, traveler. Hi. Everyone's usually busy around now, and we don't have any patience to... Enjoy? It's really worth watching. I often stand here and observe everyone. Humans are just so...
Iya.
Are you
Psikopat.
talking about pets or people? Oh, I can see why you think that, but you shouldn't jump to conclusions. See, we Melusines are a different
Oh,
species,
Melusine.
and we see the world very differently from humans. Wait, Melusines can see that? Yes. Running around tending to everyone's health is very fulfilling. But take care of your body and make sure you eat well. We'll definitely take care.
Kita lihat waktu perjalanan ke dalam oh lu. Naik lagi ke atas. Okay.
Oh, you wanna... Okay. So after working a few days straight, we got some... Has our investigation turned up anything useful recently? Really? Well... The dawn of a... What do you have
Pilih untuk pergi ke Ration sore dan coba dengan. Oke. Loh. Kerja kita pakai bonus kerja.
After working here, but doing this... Yeah.
Kata ke Pankerton.
Whoa! Isn't this the super lucky meal? Hyman's gonna take her time and savor. What would you like to do this afternoon?
Nah, ini dia.
Maybe we'll be able to find some leads there.
Pakentrung. Oh, ini dia. Nizami. Orang Jepang.
Oh, you must be the traveler, huh?
Sorry, mate, but competitors as strong as you are prohibited from participating. I don't make the rules, mind you, but I was given even convicts value their lives, don't they? I hope you can. But we have a game here that'll let you show.
And if we lose.
Of course. That's the cruel reality facing every competitor. Okay, great. Let me walk you. The targets in front of you will pop up one after another. You'll need to hit the targets in the same order that they popped up. If you can complete a few. The second you mess up the order, the game costs 300 credit coupons to have it go. So thanks for your patronage, mate.
Aduh, mengingat.
Okay, do your best to hit the targets, just like Komen said.
4, 3, 1. 1, 4, 2. 3, 1, 2. 3, 1, 2. Dah? Oops.
Your strength. Nobody who values their life. However, just go talk to Rusimov. Buy a ticket for.
But we don't know anything about.
That's normal. Just watch a few matches.
He's got a point. Why don't we give it a try?
Bet at random, huh? Well, how should I put it?
It's
not like you can't do that, but I'd advise you to give it some more thought first.
Huh? We shouldn't get too carried away.
What? I never even picked a boxer before, and you already know about the rules? Might as well tell you about it, since you already know that much. Besides, I don't want to risk ever losing a...
Is it...
Okay. The hidden rule here is something bad will happen.
So the rule is that we shouldn't pick both boxers in the same fight. And what do you mean?
How would I know? Not like I'm stupid, but I've heard a story about. According to the rumor, there was a masked boxer who possessed incredible skill. However, in the final match, the organizers told him to take off his. And after that, he was never seen again. Some say he died. In his eyes, supporting both boxers in a match would dishonor.
So you mean it's like a curse?
No, he was always wearing a mask, like he was intentionally trying to hide.
Traveler, do you think that boxer was... Huh?
You're not... Look, here I was just trying to be nice and...
Yeah, it sounds pretty scary to Paimon.
Aku kuat, bro.
Seems...
Betting on both fighters will set you back about 3,000 credit coupons.
Oh, Paimon doesn't want to get up. What do you have
Halo,
planned
Bang. Halo, Jagad.
After working here, but doing this... Yeah.
Oh, nunggu lama? Enggak lah, santai aja. Aku selalu menunggu. Aduh, hancur deh.
Whoa! Isn't this the super lucky meal? Looks like hard work really does get rewarded. Paimon's gonna take her time and savor. And what would you like to do this? Maybe we'll be able to find some leads there.
Jatuh dia, Bang. Jatuh. Astaga. Menglinding dia.
Are you two here to buy tickets?
Who are the boxers?
We have the reigning
Are those their nicknames, or did they...
since you're new around here, I'll help you out and give you a little Anyway, for this match, for both fighters?
Dua-duanya.
I could tell you're new to this, but I didn't think you were complete. Maybe you don't quite understand.
Oh, no need...
Alright then, if you're...
Yeah, we got...
Tutup mulut dan ambil kupon. Galak juga. Pankration. Pakendru.
Seems we had a productive.
Iya, green screen jatuh. Aduh.
Hey, traveler, Paimon. Package here for you. The next time you buy something, go pick it up yourself. I'm not a delivery man, you know.
Gak ada yang minta gini, paket.
Huh? A package? For us? Did you buy something, traveler? Paimon's not quite awake yet, so why don't you go take a look? Right! Yesterday we broke the hidden rule and bought tickets for both boxers. Oh, maybe this package.
iPhone terbaru.
Paimon suddenly feels wide awake. Wait, maybe let Paimon go hide somewhere first. Just call. Hey, wait! Paimon's still here! Don't open it! Huh? Let.
Apa nih? Fanta.
Oh, it's just a small bottle. But the color of the liquid inside looks so... Alright, that's enough of that. No need to say it out loud. Paimon already knows what you're trying to say. No way! Get that stuff away from Paimon! Paimon thinks we shouldn't open the bottle. What do you have planned? Though it feels nice to slack off a little.
Bang, besok live kah? Nggak tahu ya. Kita lihat besok. Marketing. Namanya marketing.
Who are you?
I'm not! Of course I'm not.
Then what are you?
I'm a promoter for Fontico, and I'm usually responsible for...
Oh, a promoter from...
I'm after discussing the company's promotional plan. However, in light of our... let me take a moment and recall his exact words. I'm just gonna stop you there and say no. It seems you don't fully understand the value, but as for the latter... Anyway, that's how he rejected me.
Apa marketing?
Well, he is the head honcho here.
Fine. I know, I should just let it go.
Marketing agak kesal karena dia tidak paham nilai. Namanya karakter dia pakai marketing, iya. Cuma orang bodoh yang ngabisin kupon buat beli konta, guys. Jangan beli konta.
Hey, what are these papers scattered? Maybe not. Every page has the font to okay. Oh, you're right. Guess there's nothing to worry about then. Let Paimon have a look here. Without assistance from the Fontaine Research Institute, development of the new product has been slow. We have no choice, but we have decided to only conduct Sure doesn't seem like anything unusual. Let's put these papers back where we found them and make it...
Mereka sedang mengajarkan ujian coba nama atau kemasan di bahan onta. Gini Fanta nih ya. Sayang Fanta ya.
Hey, I heard you crazy fools really...
Well, the next day we received a mysterious pack.
So it is real. You didn't become cursed or anything like that, did ya? Are you both still okay? Wait. Are you sure that it's still you controlling your bodies right now?
Paimon's not sure. What do you think, Traveler? Is Paimon still Paimon? Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah, you two don't seem to have
Nah, itu
changed
kalau
at
abang mau
all.
tahu
But I
2024
wouldn't let
nanti
your guard down
aplikasi
just yet.
simulator Indonesia akan
Still, I
berbayar
didn't
jadi
expect you would
50.000.
actually do it.
50.000 aja ya.
Even if we bought tickets like everybody else,
Jadi
it's
aku udah
not like we
download
could hope
di
to earn any
duluan
coupons.
bang, jadi update 2 GB tinggal download.
Things like this, it's always the organized.
Hey, just
Berarti
what are you
beli
trying to
dulu.
imply? The Pancration Ring is an honest business, and we really don't make much from selling tickets. We make so little that even the current tournaments can only be held.
Oh, so it's the company that manufactures Fonta sponsored?
Let's just say it's a mutually beneficial. Anyway, you try and.
Ini menyelidiki apa sih anjing? Enggak. Sumpah, semakin kesini semakin nggak jelas. Ini nyari cilde lu di sini. Tiba-tiba ada konta lagi. Marketing. Poinnya apa, Mas? Poinnya.
Alright, but remember that we bought this time with coupons, so let's make better use of
Apa?
it next time.
Bang, ingat lagu requestan aku nggak apa lagunya apa sih? Nggak juga apa judul lagu.
What is this garbage?
Request.
What would you like to do this afternoon? After working here still, but doing the same. Yeah.
Batota aja, cuma Batota doang ya. Batota emang masih ingat lah. Cuma Batota aja nih.
A mysterious box, a bottle of crimson liquid. Paimon's. Do you have any ideas, Traveler? Really? Well.
Buat bobo. Buat bobo. Lapar banget aku cuy.
Okay, so we'd better pick up the pace with our investigation. Yeah, let's skip work for.
Bangun, tanya orang dan cari tunjuk. Tunjuk lah tunjuk. Sini tadi.
Hey, isn't that Vidok over there? Huh? Is it just Paimon?
Vidok. Oh, besok libur di SMA aku ya. Kenapa bisa libur?
Seeing you at this time must mean you've already saved up a lot of
Besok
credit
apa sih?
coupons.
Sabtu kan ya?
Or at least impressed.
So, now can you tell us?
If that Leonid and those other pesky broke urchins have all gone to work in the production zone.
We get it. Just tell us.
So, you know those pipes that make strange sounds? Don't ever go near them at night.
Something even more.
A group of cannibals.
Gue lagi seneng aja udah. Seneng lah, dapat libur mah seneng.
Every month, they meet a few times in
Bukannya
the dead of
sekolah
night.
sekarang Sabtu libur ya?
Rumor has it they might be connected to the people that have disappeared here. But what's even scarier is that since they have no way to dispose of the leftover remains.
Paimon might already know what you mean by other forms.
You two look pretty skeptical. I've got things to do too.
Okay.
Traveler, can we just trust him on this one? Oh, Paimon doesn't want her blood and
Sekolah zaman
flesh
sekarang
entombed here for all eternity.
Sabtu Minggu kayak libur ya. Sekolah adik,
So
Sabtu
that's
Minggu
how you see
libur.
the situation. Huh. When will all the secrets end?
Malu sih lo belajar MTK. Iya sih. Hafal rumusnya capek mah. Ngitungnya nggak nyap. Ngitungnya sih nggak capek, seru. Cuma rumusnya ribet.
Vidok isn't here. But the guys who went to work in the
What are you talking about?
Unit babi. Alexis anjir.
What? What are you saying?
Just...
Aku suka pelajaran MTK, cuma walaupun nggak pinter sih.
Their attitude sure is
Walaupun nggak pinter,
suspicious.
tapi
Like they're
suka
trying to
aja.
avoid us. But if they're being so obvious about acting weirdly, oh, this is all getting way too creepy for. So you mean we still need to?
Iya, ya sih, ngertiinnya sih. Emang agak sulit. Bagi kamu harus bagus tuh.
What do you
Untuk
want?
mengartikan
Criminals like you ought to be
rumus
working
itu.
right now. Catch my drift.
We just want to ask you a sip. Have you ever discovered anything odd?
Why are you asking about some...
Well...
Really? And now that you mention it, I recall my colleagues talking about something like that before.
So, what happens at...
And they just conduct regular clean... There are 3 pipe clean...
Oh, okay.
If that's all, then I'll be leaving now. I advise you not to try anything funny, though.
Don't worry, we don't want any time added to our sentences.
Tapi aku tumbennya sekolahku libur Sabtu,
So
biasanya
what do you
enggak.
think about the pipe cleaning
Ih,
date?
kenapa liburnya?
Right, both
Kok
are... I'm a new...
nggak tahu alasan liburnya. Aneh juga. Kamu bolos nggak? Bolos mulu. Mah libur. Itu hari apa?
I'm so tired.
30.
But we can't sleep yet. They'll be cleaning the pipes tonight. Huh? Traveler? Did you fall asleep already?
Ngantuk cuy. Ngantuk Piamon. Ibu gurunya kasih tahu di grup. Tanyalah. Kenapa? Ada apa nih libur? Oke. Mana sekarang kamu Cilde? Oh, ini orang-orang siapa nih? Ih, masih lah. Malah ditinggal.
Traveler, come on, wake up!
Kok habis mandi? Oh, mandi. Lama banget mandi.
Oh, it looks like you were just peacefully sleeping. Really? So we're finally starting to... Okay, well, it's about time...
Apapun nanti yang kok bilang alay sih, aneh banget. Cuma nanya alasan doang. Bilang alay, teman-temanmu aneh tuh.
Shh, careful. We'll get in trouble if the guards catch us. way. We need to get to that pipe, remember? Hey, not this way. We need
Iya
to
iya
get to that pipe, remember?
Paimon, iya Paimon, itu kan ada guard. Gimana sih?
Uh-oh, they spotted us! Shh, careful. We'll get in trouble if the guards catch us.
Ini itu. Oh, emang yang di situ nggak ngeliat nih? Buta juga tuh.
This should be the place.
Oh ini anjir. Oke. Bukan biasa kalau aku tanya kenapa Bu, malah ibunya ngasih PR di grup. Wah. Masa sih? Aneh banget. Emang kamu demam?
What? I know you. You were the...
Huh. You've got guts.
You'd better leave now. Ain't nobody coming.
What'd you say? Yeah, so what if they were?
Hey, what's the point of all those rumors, Ed?
I don't have to tell you anything. If you turn around, go back to the door...
Yeah, scram. Nothing worth seeing here. Huh? What did you say?
Isn't that exactly what boss said when he left?
Oh, itu bosnya.
Hey, do you know our boss?
Cildi Harbinger.
Oh, we had no idea our boss was such a big deal. So, did he have you come?
Oh, so your child's crew here? Seems like he had no problem fitting in.
We're the only ones who heard him say those words when he left that night. So, unless he somehow told you those... Oh...
Wow, those dreams of yours sure come in handy.
We gave him the business for a while, and would always give him a hard time when he first came to the fortress of Maripede. But here in the fortress, the strong, he was working the longest hours and racking up wins in the pancreation. You could always see how amazing he was, even when he was... So eventually...
But one day, he suddenly told us that he had to find a way to escape this place. And as his crew, if the boss wants something, it's our job to get it done. So, we got to work and use the hidden rules that were here to make up and spread the rumor about the cannibal rule. We just wanted to give him a better chance of escaping on a night after the pipes had been cleaned.
Oh, thanks to your rumor, nobody would want to come anywhere near here, but has a child already escaped? Why are you all still coming?
Because as far as we know, the pipe he went into isn't actually an exit. It should be a dead end. It leads to an abandoned factory area, and even if there were a way to escape from there into the sea, we're still way too deep. No one but Boss still insisted on going in, so we told him that we'd pretend as if he never existed while he was gone, and that if he wanted to come back, he should wait for nighttime on a pipe cleaning day. That way...
So you come and wait here through the night a few times a month just because of that promise?
Yeah, but it's been so long now.
Is it also possible that something...
Nothing could ever defeat boss or slow him down.
Okay. I was just brainstorming...
Alright, keep quiet and follow us.
Emang agak lain gurunya bang. Kayaknya guru-guru semuanya agak lain deh ya. Fuxi.
The way up from here has been sealed off. It's impossible to get through. Boss left by going down from here. It wasn't full of water at the time. Later, we came back hoping to have a look. It's impossible to navigate unless you're an...
Do you think Child got trapped by the water?
Not likely. We all know that Boss was an incredible...
Really? Then have him come investigate. Pronto. Just be sure to...
It's getting late. We should leave...
Yeah, we learned a lot about what happened to Child here.
Halo bang, saya sapi galaksi dari jagatmu. Dari galaksi jagat ya sih. Balik kamu lagi. Sapi muncul lagi nih.
We finally learned some key information. Seems all of our investigative work is... When you said you knew a diver, you were talking about Why is child like this? Fortunately though, it seems like it's... Now that we can finally relax.
Udah selesai?
It's morning already.
Panggil saya N.
For sleep.
Halo Mu.
Huh? Wait, look over there. It's one of Linny's cards. Let Paimon see what's... Maybe you haven't heard. It's been a while since we last talked. Ooh, today's our lucky day. We have the day. From the sound of it, Linny's been making progress. We still have some time before we...
Yuk sebelum cabut, kita mau cabut ya sekarang. Percepatan bencana alam. Selidiki sesukamu. Dari atas dulu, dari atas. Di bawah semua aja. Mbak, aku jagatmu. Ada aja kata kakak yang ngasih ID jadi maaf Nora. Tidak ada hal Nora di sini ya. Kalau ada berarti kita semua Nora.
There's a group of people over there. Let's go listen in.
So I said, that's not a faucet. Hey, who are you two? Why'd you come over all of a
Yang mana
sudden?
ditipuin jadi saran cuy?
Sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking...
What's the matter?
Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy...
Really?
You're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal...
A little mistake, huh?
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon. People usually call us the Bombshell Bros, but don't worry.
So, you...
No. You don't get it. No. Whoa, all this info...
I don't mind him. The welfare meals. Talk about the
Right, what?
Is that so?
Oh, so...
You are correct, since you like my cooking. Listen, kids. The power structure within the fortress is... You've already met the one person here you should never cross. The Duke, Risley. He knows more than you think. And if he doesn't care about...
Those who have the Duke's attention get...
I know who you mean.
Saya suka
It's that
apa
Churia
suka.
character, right?
But did you know that Churia was a talented researcher?
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into more... Speaking of which, the last time I saw him, he was passing by in the corridor with Lorvine.
You mean he hit a woman? Wow, I never imagined it.
But that Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know? She's always
Wait a second. You don't think...
Do you think... Could it be that they're secretly meeting there?
After all, I do remember seeing Lorvine.
Jadi Julia pernah bertengkar sama cewek bernama Lorvine. Ingat. Pada kelas aku nggak ada preman ngajak berantem karena preman, tapi baik ya, bukan jahat. Mana-mana mah preman negatif. Namanya preman.
Look, there are some people talking over there. Look.
Ya intinya jangan sampai
If you ask
jangan
me,
sampai
those pompous
merugikan orang lain.
parasites on the surface act like they're
Jangan
all
sampai
a bunch of...
membuli guys.
Speak for you.
Oh, you think...
I don't buy...
Hey, how cool would it be if the whole...
What kind of filthy bilge water you spew? Listen, things ain't so... Who wants to live in the radio?
And what makes you...
Whoa. Sounds like they're real... Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld when we were living up there.
Negatif.
Is it only something the inmates down here say?
Percaya aku.
That's true.
Jadi kamu suka malah-malain orang tuh.
You over there? Yeah, you. Say, do you like playing card games? You know, like Genius Invocation TCG?
Aku suka lindungin orang gitu kalau ada yang sok jahat. Preman sok gaya datengin gitu. Oh, berarti kamu bukan preman.
You TCG.
Hey, come on now. What's wrong?
But why would you be looking for people to play?
There are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, sure.
Great! Since
I thought you would have already heard everything.
why don't you pick?
All right. Have you heard any spin? Did you know that there are some people? Yes, you've already met those two. They're quite a pair. I heard that they used to be a chef and a bartender before they were sent down here.
Good to know. Do you have anything else to tell us?
Let me think. Sounds like you want to hear something a little more
ngantuk jadi
tantalizing.
salah ketiknya banyak. Papa tidur lah kalau ngantuk.
The Duke was also a convict in the fortress of Meripede.
Huh?
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was exiled here for committing some crime. To go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of Forbidden Zone?
It's just a rumor we've been hearing.
Anything else?
Okay, we've
Apa-apa.
talked to just
Yang penting
about
masih bisa
everyone,
dimengerti
and it's
dan
about
masih bisa
time for us to
dijelaskan
go meet
kembali.
Linny. According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
Production zone. Duh, mata nih udah sakit nih, bukan bohong, tapi di sini udah mematikan lampu kamar. Tidur lah, tidur bang. Jangan dipaksa. Mataku udah sakit lagi. Laksmi mana nih Laksmi? Hilang deh.
Huh? That look in your eyes. You
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell.
Oh, as expected of the
Hadir, wes, kemana aja lu?
I'd have never guessed that myself. The rumors swirling about this place are unreliable after all. And Master Child probably went missing because he found a way out. He is a harbinger after all. I suppose he's... Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. Father told me that even though Master Child said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal...
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to test...
Well, when you put it that way...
Bingo! Is he ever...
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later. It's the least I can do. Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to...
Collect...
Now, let me think. To find out more information, Fremine will have to retrace Master Child's original route. And if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. That's 6 days from now. And after that, he'll probably take another 2 or 3 days.
You can even estimate how long it'll take?
We've been working together for a long time. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now? We'll be able to... Oh, and there's just one... Though we can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Child's whereabouts. Fremine's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas.
What do you want us to do? Will it be—
Well, I won't call it easy per se. Listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and invest. You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary. Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active dealings within, and pass those on to me alongside anything else you're able to discover. But also, there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, safety always comes first. My apologies. I just started rambling out of habit. It was almost as if I was talking to my younger sister.
But that's not a bad thing, right? All right, then we'll head out as soon as—
Let's go our separate ways for now then.
Anjing 9 hari.
Hey, stay here for now. Paimon will take a peek.
Bukan kotor kan, negatif.
There seem to be several people inside.
Right. I feel like it's not impossible.
Oh. It's a bit hard to understand them for
Oh, pakai ramuan pura-pura sakit. Woi. Kan di kuku kalau nggak dipotong lama kan panjang dan ada temtemnya gitu aku sebutnya tadi gitu, maaf. Oh enggak sih, tapi kalau emang rajin bersihin nggak sampai kayak gitu sih.
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before— The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the ground. Freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale complexion. Let me take a look. Please. Don't worry, I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly. You can do it, traveler!
Bestie.
Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you.
Jangan terlalu bugar.
My checkup has confirmed that she's not in any more— Oh, that's good. I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. Does it hurt when I press here?
Pegang-pegang perut lu, Min nih. Pingin dong.
And here?
Besok libur paksa kan. Aduh, nggak enak jadinya.
Huh? But based on my initial checkup, there shouldn't be a problem here.
Gimana gitu?
Here.
Oh.
Does this hurt? Oh, I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too— So that's what it is? And there have been other inmates complaining about the food recently. Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. Why don't you Miss Levine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look at—
Very well.
And she hopped away, just like that.
Bangun nyimak aja, oke.
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
Her stomach aches really bad. She was stumbling about the—
If Miss Sijuin says it's not a serious problem—
But it also looks like she's—
well... What do you mean that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Of course I can't speak for the whole fortress, but it's not— Though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing or two about medicine, and they help Miss Sijuin take care of the sick and—
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it?
That's correct.
Are you two also—
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups and to pick up the medicines. You could say she fancies herself as Miss Sijuin.
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurier. Don't forget that you are the primary reason I have frequent heart palpitations.
Hey, don't start arguing now. Please, keep it...
God. Ada yang manggil saya, kalau tak ada tak apa, tidak adil. Saya memanggil Anda.
Please allow me to end this boring and useless conversation. Oh, and Mr. Jurier.
And same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this excessively noisy place.
Saya dukung
See you later, everyone.
daripada anak saya sendiri.
He just
Nggak
slowly
tahu deh.
walked off
Kalau
like
Anda aja
that?
ragu, apalagi saya.
That's just what he's like. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine.
You really can't stand...
Kamu najis banget sama
I
dia.
mean, can you blame me? Who would like someone... I'll accompany you two for a while. No.
I'm back. Did you rest like you promised?
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss Sijuin.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should be 2 days.
Kamu menelan obat saya.
Miss Lorvine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now. Do you still remember if we discussed the color of the pill that you should be taking today?
Pingin deh hidup di dunia Genshin, aku juga pingin.
I remember.
Ceweknya
You said
cantik-cantik.
it should be yellow.
Yellow, huh?
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better soon.
See ya! I'm going to fill out your medical record now. Your wife... Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the... So her primary symptoms are... Alright then. Is there anything we should know besides the... No, her base constitution is quite... Got it. Paimon will... Oh, you're going to take a nap already?
Aku aja nggak ada WA. Kalian masa terpanggil.
So you're the best of... You're awake. How do you feel? You slept for a... Well, now you can go back without a worry on the... Thank you, Miss Sijuin.
Sijuin. Aduh, bola balik.
You really are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire... No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of... Tyron, go take my grilled fish and put down the adeptus temptation. Paimon talked with Sijuin the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just as sincere... Whoa, you really...
Alex kok nggak datang ya? Iya, dia kan sibuk. Sibuk kampanye dia. Bau. Wah, akhirnya ada 9 hari. Kebaran.
Today's the day. Let's go meet up with Vinny.
Tahu tuh, tanya aja tuh kitab suci apa. Kitab suci apa tuh Laksmi?
Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just worked our shifts according to the schedule. Nothing weird happened.
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary. We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago, and as of last night...
Wait, why is she getting involved?
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different... Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hope...
Then, let's go check on Lynette.
Is now really a good time?
According to my observations, Sigewinne always spends... Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural...
Okay, then...
Lynette should be... Huh. Strange.
As expected, Sigewinne isn't here, but why isn't Lynette...
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make change... Unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around here.
Okay.
Oke. Maya banget. Kalah 3. Bang, aku off ya bang. Terima kasih dong teman karena apa-apa. Terima kasih kamu. Telat 13 menitnya, wes. Masih gak apa-apa.
None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in. Except that one over there.
That's the one Lynette must have used, right? You said she was pretending to be sick.
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Which means
There are some books here, and these sure are some interesting books. She even has books on understanding.
Seems quite...
Wirelessly.
Ah, this is it! We saw it before!
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's... The space behind it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance. Could Lynette have tried to get inside? But, let's look around here for some more clues.
Dan panik untuk diri sendiri. Iyalah. Aku juga ikut panik, Lynette hilang.
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper.
A slip of paper?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the means.
This is...
Is that all? The back.
Show me. Now.
That look on your face.
Biasa aja dong.
Paimon's reading. Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now?
Waduh.
No. Could she have? Is she already?
Lynette.
Writhely. Did he deliberately...
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble.
Yes, that is a crucial question. Writhely,
Dari awal
he doesn't do
tidak
anything without a...
berpikir.
You are not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Writhely. We're a completely different story, though. I'd like to know that, too. Why did he... Don't panic, just think everything over.
Tenang,
I have to
santai
stay
dulu masih.
calm. This is not like what happened last time. The situation's
Lynette sama,
different
ya
now.
beda lah, namanya Lynette sama Lini, masa sama?
Wait, you're right. Wait, but that means the fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds could...
But what does he gain by letting Fremine leave
Dia sengaja menanyakan mereka berdua.
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, I'm sure of it. We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on our side. If Risley let him leave on purpose,
Pintar juga Wesley.
then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down. Don't be like this, Lenny. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Child.
No, I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one I'll go talk to Risley.
Hey, don't be reckless. Traveler, please.
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted. I have to go. I'll find a way to get them back.
Bang kalau bisa live ya aku hanya mampir. Masih lo dia. Masih lo. Wih.
Right. I feel like we still have some room to...
It's not impossible, but it'll require...
Is that so? Huh?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop. Someone, please help! She...
Whoa, are you okay?
These two. As expected, they've already found it. What a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also like... Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. Being able to read human expressions is quite... Lenny, wait!
Wait,
It's no use, we have to catch up to him!
Anjing cepet banget.
He's already out of sight! How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Risley's office!
Oh boleh kita masuk kantor.
Come out and face me, Risley!
Gara-gara besok libur nggak ngantuk dia.
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the fortress's indoor management regulations?
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea.
Stop joking around! Where did you take my siblings?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge the next second from another place altogether. Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if you were to turn your head.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his hands, and he's even in the mood for small talk. That you knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start, so you deliberately aroused the traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you'd be able to kidnap Lynette. As for Fremine, no, you probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go, so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks.
There was no need to do so. The fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite easy to identify your colleagues.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control, why would you need hostages?
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is not.
He's not. What do you...
Lenny!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me. Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortress's finest tea. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor...
Wait, You locked him outside in the sea?
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world. That's all.
Fremene's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meripede.
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before we—
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that changed. Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremene is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and
You want to see Father? But why—
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family.
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harbor—
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina have already received many samples as gifts.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail her.
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress's secret? Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you refuse...
Linney!
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk. Mr. Fremene left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter...
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything because of us.
6, 5...
Wait,
2... Time's up. It really is a shame, Mr. Linney.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon tea.
Yeah, listen to the Traveler. If you can't talk to Linney, can you at least talk to—
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws. Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating. I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correct. Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
Astaga, yeah, I hate this shit.
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Sijuin be doing during that time? We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prison. The research note said that the Melusine rig... The Fonta promoter has been...
Ini nggak masuk akal.
Fonta's internal reports.
Kan nggak masuk akal kan. Berarti
According
oh
to
ini sih
Collins,
antara ini sama ini berarti.
I've been told that the infirmary
Nah, satu lagi. Berarti
can often
ini.
see Miss C.
So that's what's going on. The hidden rule of the production zone. People are not supposed to work. At first, we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared. But she often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health. Sijween visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra. Sijween has only the best intentions with her surprise gift
Tentu dia juga
and
nggak
doesn't
mau
want
tahu.
anyone to find
Nggak
out
ada
about
yang
what
tahu.
she does.
Oke. Bang, ada berapa maaf ya bang kali ini serius. Iya, santai.
Melusines as a race perceive the
Bye-bye.
world differently from humans, and their sense of aesthetics is even more alien to us. The recipients of her lovingly prepared special meal. Are we on the?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sijween's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly. All right, now for my neck, there are also some hidden rules in the pancration ring.
Wah, ini mah karena gini lah.
Fonta's internal report. The Fonta promoter has been, according to Collins.
What?
The Fonta promoter has, according to Collins, the pancreation turn. The research note said that the Fonta promoter has been. I've been told that the infirmary is all.
Oke, di sebelahnya itu bukan ini
According to Collins,
sama ini.
Fonta's internal report.
Oke. Bye. Oke, kalau bisa ya.
Paimon gets this rule too now.
Dia otomatis
So
pakai
there really
kacamata
was
ini.
nothing to be afraid of. That hidden rule of the pancreation ring is about how people get scared when they see it because they've subconsciously begun. But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet to be named a blood red drink. It's no. The company facing backlash from its own staff. They came to the fortress of Meropide, and the Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, and so only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to.
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of. Although, based on your description, that Fonta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider. All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought is you will pay for this! Ah!
Lenny, are you alright?
Oh,
It was nothing, Your Grace. Sijween? Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional, as I just demonstrated.
Sijween?
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fort. When Monsieur Nervulette asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well. But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking after as well? But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervulette told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. Had I not, they would be in far more dire straits, right? His Grace knows it too, right? Your Grace?
my dear Sijween, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating. So, what are you talking about?
Take me if you want.
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving any time now. I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sijween, I leave Miss Lynette in your care.
You...
I believe I hear footsteps.
Siapa nih yang datang nih?
Some space, please.
Oh, klorin.
Ah, Miss Clorand. My door.
Renee.
What's going on? What is Cloran doing here?
Work.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linney. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off.
What happened to Fremine? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like...
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have...
What did you...
Please, make some space. I'll need...
I'll talk to Clorand while you get Fremine to where he needs to be. Everything else can wait.
Oh. Mengejutkan. Pelajari situasi. Masih di sini ya, jangan ngantuk tuh.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount. Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Sorry.
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving?
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator.
Masih
I'll
lah,
bring this
wis.
Where is she?
Udah ngantuk.
How is she right now?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now.
What's that look?
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Sejuin may have been forced to shoot Mr. Linney again. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time...
Where was he when you found...
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved two.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to...
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
It's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say...
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a towel? I would...
Udah ikut nyelam dia. Jago juga nyelam.
Linny, are you okay?
I'll be fine.
Are you sure?
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but...
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Oh, Traveler, Paimon, you're here too?
Oh, siap.
Fremine? He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to...
Yeah, I'll take him from this side.
On it. Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with... The Duke and Clorand are gone. They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit.
Sebenarnya apa yang terjadi? Udah bagus kita di sini. Lusa masuk apa lusa? Oh iya baru ya.
He's awake.
We're all here.
The infirmary at the Fortress of Maripede, Mr. How do you feel?
Traveler. The sea. There's something wrong with this. Shh, it's okay. No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know what. Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
Oke. Mana Linet? Itu Linet yang kayak kucing tuh. Yang cewek yang kucing tuh. Bukan yang pendek.
I'm in. Where could Master Child be?
Jadi ini sekarang turun nih. Pasti apa masih kecil kucingnya pasti terinspirasi dari sini. Lenet.
This mechanism looks like it's been
masih kecil berarti kucingnya ya?
Could he have done it?
Nah, dia dari sini berarti Ca. Nanyain Ca main Genshin ya gitu. Tapi cewek nggak kucingnya? Kenapa dia kok sakit? Kenapa dia sakit? Oh, pas berarti. Kenapa kok bisa sakit ya? Habis ini.
It's getting stuck on something.
Minum air
Seems like I'll
primordial.
have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it.
Mana caranya ini? Oke. Nggak sakit cuma buat cacing. Oh, cuma buat cacing. Kasih air primordial. The net.
This is where the water starts. Master Child probably died. The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them.
Mau 3 jam, iya. Ceritanya gila banget. Ini pun belum selesai.
There are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are
Temenin
gone.
lah ya. Kan
but I
besok masuk
don't see
siang.
where he could have gone from here. Wait, what the? My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's going? No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
Ayo cepet. Tenggelam deh ya, tenggelam dia. Minum air sakti.
Die here. I have to push on.
Gimana tuh? Ya kan udah selamat. Ini kan ini kan cerita gini. Cerita flashback ini. Kan dia udah ditemukan. Ini dia.
So, in other words, the trail you were following...
That's right. I tried my best to swim back.
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she...
Miss Clarande, you say?
You're still too weak for Monet.
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarande will stay
Oh,
here
yeah.
as a guest for another few days.
Mana sih?
So there's no need to hurry.
Guest? Then I can...
You should ask
Nih,
His
Lynette,
Grace
nih,
about
nih.
that. He'll be able to explain better than me. Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come?
No, please go on without me.
Lenny.
Nih Lynette nih. Lynette,
The
Lynette.
logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still...
Understood. Then let's just sit together for a while.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The travel...
Thank you.
Lagi sekarang kita balik ke sana. Kampret kok. Lily. Jatuh. Jangan tuh ya, kurang fokus ya. Lapar banget.
Excuse me.
I take it Mr. Fremenet's condition has stabilized?
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Sigewin?
Miss Sigewin?
I wanted to check up on Miss
Mostly fine, I think.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform...
All right. Thank you for looking out for me.
Well, want to explain yourself, Risley?
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten? Where should I begin? How...
Then Paimon will be...
No. I just knew they were Fatui operative.
You managed to monitor and...
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of... Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's... Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape. Of course, it's inevitable that the knave would make a big deal out of her... I'm also quite curious about where that harbinger went. So I figured I might as well let the Fatui do...
So you were hoping Linny's group would...
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremenet has told you already, the ratio of the Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent...
Are the rumors true? That you're also a...
Why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form?
Oh, right. Paimon wanted...
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field. As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the...
And saving Fremine was...
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due,
Oh,
that
yes, I
boy
understand.
is
Iyalah.
quite adept at diving. Had condition... That's not something you should be asking after. Neuvillette only asked you to investigate Child's whereabouts. All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about...
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that...
Yeah, Paimon really wants...
Even if the truth may not be pleasant? Follow me.
Follow me.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of... Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa!
Oh, leave. Cek, lapar banget lu gue.
So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, what a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
Well,
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this.
Oke, ini apa ini? Wow, aku pakai dia. Pakai traveler.
Huh. So there's a switch on the side.
Stand back.
Wow.
Whoa. They all just went up one by one.
Apa itu tengah?
Go on, have a look. I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position. Normally, I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any very reasonable guesses? I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, the temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings
The concentration of primordial seawater?
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got... Yes.
But forget about the two of us. Not even Neuvillette knows where the primordial sea could be.
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all. Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night. Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Maripede in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here. When the previous Hydro Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished. The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only. Some of them began to repent, and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them, and so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there, and as the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became... And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would... But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral... Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days.
But now you know every part of that history.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. If this gate failed, to be frank, not really. But sadly, that prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third. Let's go somewhere else.
Okay.
This is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The result...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone!
Huh?
No need to panic, you two.
What? After you warned us not...
I'm skeptical as well.
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
How about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. Good. Saves me a bit of time. Edwin's main areas of research were archaeum and gravimeters. As his assistant...
You want to blow up the Fortress of Maripede?
Ah, what a lovely idea.
Gotta admit, I'm tempted.
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my tech...
Ooh, are they together?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this...
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than...
Jeez, forget I said anything then. Follow me.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
Aku pikir Wisely bakal jadi orang kaku. Tapi dia asik dan santai.
Everything's super cool.
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
Oh, apa nih?
What a huge ship! This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen.
How much do you know about Fontaine? Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, according to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee, he called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands.
There's a ship in this story.
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always...
Do you believe that?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and tech. So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea...
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontanians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster.
Aku nggak seru. Kenapa? Tiba-tiba ngomong
For the
gituan.
workers to find out the truth behind this shit,
Kasih nih.
riots would destroy the fortress. As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. Alright, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another seems like you're good. Come on,
Teman apa yang tercinta? Apa? Teman tapi mesra. Fokus.
I'll leave you here for now.
Oh!
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just...
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into...
Great.
Anjir, masih ada. Gila, story panjang juga ya. Ini story terpanjang gak ya? Biasanya 2 jam kelar.
We're back!
Welcome back.
How can you be so much like...
Huh. Actually, while I was sedated, I could still barely hear 2 people.
Must have been Risley and...
Yeah, I heard one...
I really can't make...
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to learn...
Yeah, it's...
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answer? Yeah,
Nobody else is around.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into...
Woo! He's...
That's our Lenny.
Secondly, Risley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us. I spent quite a long time thinking about this. What's more, the fortress of Maripede is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor as long as the fortress does... If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely...
You're super...
If Risley does have a plan, what could it be? That can't be the full extent. I don't have enough information.
I can't...
The sea will engulf everyone. Just like the prophecy said.
Could Risley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis? If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her...
Or perhaps he didn't know and just wanted to bring Father over to his side, which could...
Yeah, that makes sense to me. The 2 of you have already aided us far too much. If you ever need anything else going forward, please, though you may not share the sentiment, after all that we've gone through together...
You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting Lenny when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing this...
why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
Given your strength, you might not need our help at all. But if you are ever in danger, we will...
Aww, the sound of...
Apa tuh?
Paimon...
Dia ganteng lagi. Siapa yang ganteng?
Oh,
Alright, then we'll catch you guys...
Lagi balik ke sana, bolak-balik aja kita. Siapa ganteng dan keren? Jatuh.
It's time for dinner. Come on, let's go pick up ours as well. Traveler and Paimon, over here. Are you here for dinner too? And I'm... What would you like to eat? Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like. Me too, no problem.
Makan mendengar ada kau ni tapi sah.
So delicious. Paimon's so happy. Paimon, feeling full yet? How's the food? Delicious. I'm Sejuin. A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want. You're really good at taking care of people. Really? You're reminded of an older sister? Oh, and what did you mean back in Risley's office? Oh, that. I just asked His Grace to look out for those children. Thankfully, Grand is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. Although the path was blocked, we still stationed. Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linney as well. You were all super considerate. It's just what we do down here at the Oh, I really wish Monsieur Nervula would come. Get a good night's rest, you two.
Justru yang bayang dulu tadi ya kemarin dia. Hilang. Look Rodin. Aduh lagi istirahat di mes, kampret.
Paimon soup.
Bush.
Delicious.
Out of my way! Get out of what happened! No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
Kenapa nih?
Who's yelling? What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey, what are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Hey, wait! What's wrong with these people?
They're here! Yeah, there you are!
Oh, thank goodness!
Quisto and Laveroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have... Laveroon was saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks.
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up?
Hey, shut up!
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us. Yeah, he said to get as far away as...
Oh no, it can't be that thing!
Whoa, wait, what? What? Hey, where you go?
We have to go find the Duke! You two just go and get out! Go on without us!
Hey, hey! Be careful!
Attention! Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
Siapa keren dan ganteng, woi? Ke bawah ya? Sorry.
They're here.
Just like I said.
What happened?
Oh.
You're just in time. But be ready to run. 3, 2, 1.
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense.
Terus keluarin ngapain?
The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Wih.
Neuvillette, why are you here?
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House and meet. Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her. Will do.
Will do. Okay. Ih, telat banget. Iya, telat banget. Suruh jagain dewa nih.
Look, there are a ton of Fatilian Palais Mermonia people. Are you two the traveler in Paimon? Monsieur, though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation.
Tadi itu siapa namanya yang mana? Risley. Yang Risley itu.
Oh, so you two are the honored guests, Miss Farina.
Ya, Risley itu.
Of course, of course. How could they not attend a meeting such as this?
Oh.
I must
Dia sih
always have
ganteng deh.
2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely.
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much of your accomplishments.
Dia bukan orang sembarang.
I've already prepared seats for you.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together. See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores.
Waspada.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all.
Nggak ada
I
suaranya.
wonder how
Suara
he's
apa?
doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing. I'm really worried about his safety, you know.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should...
Dia emang bisu ya, agak-agak bisu sih.
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. Coming from...
but I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received...
Well, in any case...
Oh.
Because...
And where did he go after leaving the fort?
Well...
Duh, Paimon salah ngomong, aduh.
The fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for. Ah, that is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter...
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the
Hold on.
I suppose this is also...
Huh? I don't quite...
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
Nah, ini dia.
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
Lihat nih.
A day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day. This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe.
Oh. Kuat juga ini.
This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
Ini masih banyak misteri, gila.
All right. Seems like the
Let me guess. We're safe for now.
Indeed.
I win this bet. You owe me a present.
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
You made a bet?
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now?
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
He already has tons of tea in his office.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness.
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be...
That was obviously a joke. Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Mermonia for long.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
Wis, ini bosnya sih di Pontin.
I must say, Miss Farina, as the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just...
What are you...
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now, yet. Here you are, relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you really think that's acceptable? The prophecy's hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Hearth have devoted everything to saving their homeland. But you? It beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such—
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now. Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the waves?
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me. Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue on as I am, I will be able to hold my head up high!
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it?
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will all—
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eye. Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as your emergency response— Oh, that look in your eyes. Have you—
The emergency response—
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Farina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal? And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
The Oratrice?
So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's used— I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, but even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Nuvit—
yeah.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Farina, you— Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left.
Tugas mobil saja aku tidak tahu kalian sedia turun untuk muslah.
Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you too?
Thank you. Oh,
If it's—
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured. It is getting late. Why don't we call—
Very well. We'll end—
Mind seeing me off, Traveler? We could use the opportunity to discuss Child before I must be—
Paimon's coming to—
Okay.
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, Child was just an—
That's what Paimon thought.
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth, as their father. That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal setting. I know you just returned from the fortress of Meripede. Relax. I have no intention of—
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight back—
You mean Wriothesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's a— By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, you are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most easily.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty, and—
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does... Forget it. He did. I will be meeting someone
Do you require help with...
No need. I need to meet with Farina, the Hydro Archon. She is...
Oh? Come over here, you little critter, you! You dare to run from me? Stop right this instant!
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone. It's just as I guessed in the second before I struck. The Hydronosis is not currently held by the Archon. In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all. And I sense that she's under some kind of curse.
Who are you? And what are you trying to do? Please don't kill me! I'm begging you, please!
The fear in her pupils is genuine. So perhaps she's not bait after all. I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination of Focalor. I suspect even Farina dares not mention this incident to anyone. Not long after, my informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Farina quietly cried alone. She was so... There's no doubt that there's something wrong with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. I have to find the Gnosis. If the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in...
Yes, Father.
My dear children.
News from the fortress of Meripede. Master Child is gone.
Probably the handy... I'm afraid so. This is a good opportunity. The value of a Harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. Set up a meeting for me. I would like... Oh, and...
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my plan, but The initiative belongs to the House of the Hearth. My wish to investigate the fortress of...
Oke. Ya bener-bener tuh. Si Neuvillette siapa?
You should know the rest. Lenny's group is quite close to you, so they wouldn't have hidden any.
You attacked the Hydro Archon?
It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, even Farina herself is still pretending that nothing of that sort ever happened.
Alright then.
I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Farina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Iudex Neuvillette must be the Hydro Archon. I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves. Of course, that is all just how I feel. Gut feelings often do not require justification. It is, however, quite amusing to me that after all my years working in intelligence gathering, I've come to realize I am at a complete loss. Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? A catastrophe looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface. It looks like Fontainians will have no choice but to... Ultimately, though, one must survive in order to do anything else. Should the need arise, I would be happy to cooperate with you. You don't need to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve, and as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday. He certainly returned quickly. You must want to catch up with each other, so I'll leave you to him.
Neuvillette?
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. Thank you for protecting Farina. To put it simply, I used my power to force back the Primordial Sea and reseal the sluice gate. So as expected, the knave has turned up the pressure on Farina. Permission granted.
Whoa. It can't be that you're... You can't tell us? Then Then that's okay. We can talk about something else.
If by the phrase "you guys" you are referring to Farina and I, then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not share her positions on a multitude. I believe so. The fortress has a long and complex history, and now another catastrophe will soon be upon us.
Huh? Why is it...
You may be closer to the truth than you think.
Oh my god.
And what are you thinking?
Oh, ini naganya.
Dragon of... huh?
Please do not be so surprised. Farina? My...
We were just guessing randomly. We didn't guess right, did we? You're not actually the dragon sovereign.
You guessed correctly. I sincerely hope you'll be able to keep this a secret for me.
Sudah terbukti, guys.
Right, of course. We'll definitely help you keep it a secret. There's...
Please.
Well, if you are the dragon sovereign of water, and you were able to force back the... Then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater...
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included. They say that when the first usurper arrived on Teyvat, they seized a part of the dragon's power. Today, that stolen
There are 7 elemental archons.
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. As their successor, in any case, I believe I will not be able to do much unless the Archon disappears and returns their elemental authority to me. Given the status quo, however, I would recommend finding another way to deal with it.
Oh, so even you can't solve it.
I still have some urgent matters to attend to at my office.
Please go right ahead. There's a place that Paimon wants to go too. We'll see you another time.
Take care.
Ini apa lagi nih? Oke lah, selesai lah sampai sini.